been friends with the Bartletts since college. We were living in Florida at the time, and Michael was visiting. He was actually in town for a church planners conference, because that's a thing that happens. He told us he was starting a church in Maryland. So in 2015, we had the privilege of moving up here and being a part of a core team that moved to Frederick to start dreaming and planning about what God was going to do in this city.
We named Collective at our dining room table. It was pretty cool. The first part of our marriage, we were spending a lot of time taking care of other people, and we were really invested in ministry, and we kind of just let being involved with other things take precedent. And they were all really good things. We were leading a youth group and taking trips to Haiti and doing things that we thought God was calling us to do. And then by the time we moved here to Frederick, we'd been through a lot. We had lost Sammy, and I think we had kind of just come to this place where we had created like this status quo of going through every day and doing really good things and pouring into other people, but we weren't taking time to really take care of ourselves.
Collective had officially launched, and we were part of the team, and things were going, on the surface, going really well. But then it came out that I had been unfaithful in our marriage. And when that came out, I tried to do everything I could to fix it. Ultimately made things worse. In November of 2017, we separated, and I moved out of the house and had to get a new job. Things kind of had completely fallen apart. There were days I would wake up in the morning and I'd look at myself, and I wouldn't be with my wife, I wouldn't be with my son, wouldn't be with my family, and think of the man that I wanted to be and the man that I was. It's like, who is this guy? I ultimately got to a place where I had to recognize that I had a lot of personal work to do if I wanted to try to earn a spot back with my family.
I had to dig really deeply into my faith because I knew that Jesus was the only person that wasn't going to let me down, but it was really hard because emotionally I was on this roller coaster of not knowing where we would be or end up. But I had to firmly root myself in knowing that God is faithful and He is constant and He is who He promises to be. And that was something that was really crucial for me. I don't think I've had ever been stronger in my faith before than when all of this took place, because I had to dive all in, because otherwise I think I would have just really been lost.
After months of therapy, I got in and was still trying to just put Band-Aids on rather than opening myself up fully to healing and recovery and what God could do if I allowed Him to actually truly transform my life completely. Our marriage was honestly, it was just put on hold for a while, which breaks my heart because we have a little boy, and so to not be around as his father for so long was really hard and really challenging for me. But I had motivation because I wanted my family back. I wanted my wife back. I wanted to be around my son every day.
I mean, this has been a really long journey. It's not over, and there have been different places where Collective has played different roles for us individually, and then also when we made the decision that we were going to fight for our marriage. There were people who were there for me on the really bad days, when I needed somebody to pick me up and I needed somebody to make me laugh or remind me that there are still good things going on. And then there were some times I just needed somebody to be in the trenches with me, and that's where I'm really glad for the relationships that had been long-standing. But while I wouldn't consider those relationships to have been shallow in the past, they certainly weren't as deep as they could have been because of things that we just weren't willing to open up to, because they were points of either shame or extreme vulnerability that you don't know You just don't know until you're there whether people are gonna stand by you or not. Early on, it was a lot of like supporting Jude and I and helping take care of us, but honestly, it was a lot of really hard conversations with really good friends that I never envisioned having, ever.
We thought we were coming to Frederick to help plant a church and lead people. We had no idea that God was bringing us to Frederick to heal our marriage. Collective allowed us, gave us the space to be able to grow, to be able to heal, to find restoration in our marriage that wouldn't have been possible without God, without the people that He used in our lives, without these friendships, these relationships. This church has supported us and held us up when we couldn't hold ourselves up. I think now we are far better equipped to do what God brought us here to do in the first place. I just really can't wait to see what God is going to do in the future. You know, this church helped save our marriage, helped bring our family back together.